Okay, guys, I'm going to make this a quick video. Right now we are looking out over Arch Canyon. I am in southern Utah, kind of in between the Bluff and the Blanding area. Actually, I think this is technically Bears Ears National Monument. We are looking right now at into the, like I said, Arch Canyon, and this would be looking towards the south. Why are we out here? By the way, this is June 12th of 2025. We are visiting a place that is pretty much a destination or a bucket list destination for a lot of people. And this is called the Lewis Lodge Ruins. And this is absolutely spectacular. Anyway, I'm going to run you through this real quick. You can get all the details on this. Go to Grok or ChatGPT or whatever you want to do to look up the information on this. This is a very technical, very, very, very dangerous, I don't know what you want to call it, a journey, whatever it is. Like I said, it's about a 22-mile drive into the monument area itself. And then from there, it's about another 5-mile hike in. On somewhat strenuous, technical, uneven terrain. Most of it's slick rock. And like I said, wrong step and you are what you can. I've already been over here to this part of the ruins right here, and you can see that you are right there on a knife's edge as far as making one bad step, and it's going to be a bad day for you. Anyway, not to dwell on that. Where we entered this this particular area was right over, you can kind of see that alcove right there. That would be on the northern end here. We actually came in off the top up here and dropped down and came around this area here. It kind of dips back to the right there where you can't see, and it comes around that corner right there. And you hit all of these ruins. These ruins date back, they're thinking between 900 and 1200 AD. They were discovered back in, I think it was the mid-1800s by a guy by the last name of Lewis was his last name. So that's why they're called the Lewis Ruins. Again, go ahead and do the research online to find out all about these, but these are probably one of the best sets of ruins I've ever been to. Very, 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 for obvious reasons, very rarely visited. Not a lot of petroglyphs or pictographs out here. I guess kind of the way of thinking was that this was not a recreational place for the ancient people to be. It was more of a defensive posture. So it is what it is. But anyway, so this is the end of the road. So I went all the way to the end of Lewis Lodge. So I'm walking to the south real quick. And as you can see, things end real quick. As you can see here, things end real quick. Well, they end real quick, you can make a bad step, but they end right here. So I can't go any further to the south. So whipping around, like I said, I've already been here to the parts I'm going to show you. I'm going to do a very quick walkthrough because I need to save battery to get my butt back to where I need to be. So coming in, we are right now walking north from the south end of the Lewis Lodge. Some of the cool thing, there is a little bit of pottery shards that you'll see. I'll show this to you, some tools. But this complex is made up of about 44 rooms. A lot of them are in fantastic shape. I mean, take a look at this up here. So if we come around the corner here, again, I got to be real careful where I step. But anyway, if you take a look at this little room here, flip around, check this out. So it still has the wood, the original wood window frame. This stuff is hundreds of years old. I'm just taking a peek in here. I've got no idea what these rooms were, whether it was sleeping quarters, storage quarters for stuff. Whatever, that's beyond my comprehension of ancient ruins. But I thought it was cool how you've got a lot of the original foundation as far as not only the clay and the rock mixture, but also the wood. Also the wood. Looking in, here's another room just right across from it, or a closet, storage area, so to speak. All right, as we kind of walk our way around here, it's always interesting looking in these types of things because you never know what you're going to find, good or bad. Like I said, there's not a lot of, sometimes you see like old corn cobs, stuff like that. I have yet to see any of that type of thing, but there are pottery shards, some stone tools that you'll see. Yeah, I'm looking out over parts of the Arch Canyon right now, southern Utah, in Bears Ears. And this is the Lewis Lodge ruins. So some of the buildings, or some of the rooms obviously have collapsed due to most likely just old age. But a lot of the original timber is still here, which I think is really freaking cool because this stuff is, like I said, hundreds of years old. And we will be walking over to those rooms here in just one second. Yeah, the hike in took, even though it was only, it depends on where you park your, I parked my Jeep. The roads in were fairly good up until about 5 miles from the trailhead. You know, once you get to that point, they become brutal. So I parked there. So I put an additional about 3 miles into traveling just to get to the official trail that leads out here. And then that's an additional 2 miles from there. So there is a, I don't want to call it a summit registry, but almost like a hiker's log that, let's see if I can figure it. It's over here. There are smaller ruins over there, and they call this area over here. Again, I came in from up here, I dropped down and came into about this area here where the alcove is at, right in there. And the reason why I say that is if you're ever gonna come out and visit here, there's a summit or a registry log over there from the Forest Service. Of course, you can sign it if you want to. I do. I signed it. There's a little bit of information in there. But there's reason to believe that once you sign that and you look around, that's it. There's like 2 little rooms over there and a bunch of boulders in the way. Well, I knew that there had to be something more to it. So I kind of sniffed around a little bit, went through some trees, went through some bushes. There is no official trail to get over here, so you're kind of bushwhacking or route finding your entire way over here. But I used the magnifying feature on my phone, and when I was over by the log book, I used it to look into this alcove over here, and I could see that there was ruins over here. It was just a matter of getting over here. And once I kind of finagled my way around the rim, or I should say the ledge, I came upon these here. And this is, like I said, officially the Lewis Lodge ruins. The other thing that where the hiker's log is at is like the Lewis Lodge overlook. So be a stone tool there that they used. Like I said, not a lot of handprints. In fact, I don't see any handprints on the or any kind of drawings, the petroglyphs or the pictographs. I don't see any drawings, any inscriptions at all in these walls. I'm not saying they're not there. I'm just saying I don't see them. So again, this would have been part of the roof support. That would more likely would have been thatch leaves or some kind of thatch on top of that there. That has now gone, but the beam is still here. We are heading north right now. So we are actually doing this backwards. I've already been here. I just wanted to do a quick walkthrough and then bring you guys back through on the way out. So you will actually be approaching from the other end. So you're going to be approaching. If you come out here, you're going to be approaching where this video ends. That's because I've already been over there. So again, just watch for the scree. We'll pull you right off the ledge if you're not careful. This is where we just came from here. All right, continuing. Here's some more of the original woodwork that supported the roof. You're looking inside these things. Again, there's really not much going on in here. It's cool. I mean, not figuratively and literally. I mean, it's cool looking there, but it's also cooler as far as the temperatures go. Anytime that you're under these alcoves, you're probably going to get at least 10 degrees cooler, if not more, than what the temperature is not under the alcove. I mean, it is fascinating how much cooler it is underneath here than it is walking around out there in the open sky. Give me a second here to work my way through here. Okay, as we continue through here, like I said, somewhere around 44 rooms is what they're reporting here. It's a hell of a journey to get out here, but it is well worth it. So we're only about halfway done here, so I need to kind of scramble over these rocks here. I'm going to take you with me again as we look back. More of the wood frame of the window. Yeah, if anyone visiting this area here, do not expect to just blow through here and be done with it. I mean, it's fascinating what you're going to see out here. This is looking up here. Yeah, it's very important that once you work your way back here, like I said, about the 22-mile drive off of Highway 95, just west of Blanding, you'll take that through the National Forest area, and you'll come up on a trail, a 4x4 trail that actually, you know, I mean, good luck to you, but the road pretty much ends there. And you will walk the rest of that road, unless you've got like a side-by-side or dirt bike or something like that. But you'll walk the rest of that road for about 3 miles before you come to what they classify as the official trailhead. They advertise it being a 2-mile round trip. Well, that mile out and a mile back. The mile out takes you just to the overlook, which is where the registry log is at. Do not stop there. That'd be such a waste of your energy. Just continue on. So go there, sign a log, take a look at the information that's provided. It's an ammo can. I'm not going to video the ammo can. Everyone knows what that is. But once you get that thing signed, if that's what you wish to do, looking up here, I just got to figure out how the hell to get back to these places where I've been before. Usually there's just one way to do it because the other way is off the cliff. So, but like I said, once you sign the ammo, or sign the log in the ammo can, continue the way that you were traveling under the alcove and just have a pretty good fix on this place here, and you'll gradually walk your way into it. Okay. The view that these folks had was fascinating. Yeah, I wish I could tell you what all this stuff was. Obviously, from a layman's standpoint, they're rooms to me. But I'm sure that each one had a specific reason for existing. Like I said, whether that was storage, whether that was sleeping, whatever. Okay. And we do come up on a kiva, which is a K-I-V-A is how you spell that. That's coming up here in a second. But it's very, very, very well. It's in great shape. Kiva is basically a ceremonial room that was used. Okay. Okay, this is looking south we were just at. And flipping around here, this is looking north. When you're out here in these types of areas, I mean, look at this. This thatch and wood right here is still in place, hundreds of years old. And this is still around. This is actually the side of the kiva I was telling you about. And you can see, so I just gotta be real careful what the hell I'm doing here. And here's what you might want to call the front door, I guess. Front door. Here's the roof with the wooden beams for support. And then right now, looking inside this kiva, you can see the different compartments that they had in here. Look at that, the beams on the roof. You've got one support beam, two support beams holding it up. But then as you come in here, again, I'm just going from right to left here. Big circle, and that's where we are. Okay, this is a pretty small compartment, but check this out. So if I'm inside this kiva and I'm looking at the door when we were just at, this is what I'm looking at here. Again, parts of Arch Valley right here. So there you go. This was cool. This is probably one of the best preserved kivas that I've come across. Again, part of the reason why I'm sure is because nobody gets out here to step on it, ruin it, what have you, tear it apart. This is the roof of it right here that we're looking at with the adjacent room. Very cool. Okay. Actually, I'm going to flash this right up here. This is the roof of the kiva right here. We were just inside there. This is, right now, we are looking back to the south. Continuing around here. Here's, you can see how it's just built literally just right on the cliff's edge, all the way down. I think it's reported it's like 300 to 400 feet straight down. Looking to the south. All right, and we are pretty much coming to the end of this part of the Lewis Lodge. There are other rooms compartments, whatever you want to call them, that are, this is just looking back here. But anyway, there's some other dilapidated structures as we continue on this way here. No big deal. I mean, it's basically just a bunch of, and I hate to diminish it, but it's just basically a bunch of old rooms like we just went through that are in pretty much various states of degradation. And I'm not going to, pretty much I'm running out of battery, and I need this to get back to figure out my way back to the, where I parked. But anyway, so we will, before I finish here, we'll continue to walk under this alcove right here, all the way over to right about there. Right about there is where I need to go. And then from there I go straight up. And where I parked actually is on top of that area. Way the hell up here. So, yeah, like I said, it's a commitment to get down here. It's not impossible. I'm not Superman, and I made it down here okay. But definitely well worth it. Again, it's June 12th, 2025. Southern Utah, Bears Ears, at a very remote and desolate ruin called the Lewis Lodge Ruin. I encourage you to look that up online, especially if you're interested in coming out here. Look it up online, get a little bit of history on it, get some information about how to get out here. And as far as how technical it is to work your way through this area. So, okay, that's it. So, any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to respond. I'm now going to just continue to work my way through here and head out of here. All right, thanks for watching. Out.